Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something we see every single night, public lighting. But we're going way beyond just, is it bright enough? We're going to get into the engineering, the environmental side of things, and what it all means for our communities.
Think about it. For more than 100 years, we've been on a mission to conquer the night. And hey, it's a symbol of progress, right? Of safety? But what if I told you that victory came with a cost? A really big, unseen side effect that engineers, city planners, and local councils are now having to deal with big time.
All right, so here's what we've got on tap. We'll kick things off with that unseen side of light and really define what light pollution is. Then we'll look at the fallout from bad design. After that, it's all about solutions, the core principles of responsible lighting, how we can actually engineer better systems, and what a well-lit future really looks like.
Okay, so first things first, let's get to the heart of the problem. What is this unseen side of light we're talking about?
You know, when you boil it right down, light pollution is just light in the wrong place. It's too much light, light pointing where it shouldn't, or light that's on when it doesn't need to be. And here's the crucial part. Since it's a direct result of how we design our world, that means it's a problem we can solve with better design. We can literally engineer our way out of this.
But here's the thing. Light pollution isn't just one single problem. It actually shows up in a few different forms. For any professional working in this space, knowing how to spot and manage these is absolutely key. So let's break down the four main types.
First up, we have sky glow. You know exactly what this is. It's that bright, hazy dome of light you see over any city or town. It completely washes out the stars. And it's caused by light from poorly shielded fixtures shooting straight up into the atmosphere, scattering around. And get this, every single particle of light that goes up instead of down, well, that's not just pollution, that's wasted electricity. It's literally money vanishing into thin air.
Okay, next on the list is glare. And this one is a massive safety issue. I mean, we've all experienced it, right? A car with its high beams on comes at you, and for a second, you're totally blinded. That's disabling glare. And here's the crazy part. Sometimes, in an effort to make a place safer, by blasting it with light, we end up creating so much glare that we actually make it less safe. It's this wild paradox where adding more light actually makes it harder to see.
Then there's what we call light trespass. And this is personal. This is when the public street light outside decides it also wants to be your bedroom nightlight, all night. It's that light spilling into places where it has no business being. And you know what? It's almost always completely avoidable. It's just a failure of design, a failure to aim the light where it's supposed to go and only where it's supposed to go.
And last but not least, we have clutter. Picture a busy commercial street where every shop has a different, blindingly bright sign all competing for your attention. It's just visual chaos. It makes it super hard to spot the things that actually matter, like road signs or traffic lights. The analogy is perfect. It's like a room where everyone is shouting. You can't understand a thing.
So, okay, we can't see the stars as well? Big deal, right? Well, actually, yeah, it is a big deal. The consequences of all this go way, way beyond the pretty night sky. This is a real-world problem with serious knock-on effects for wildlife, for our own health, and, yep, for our wallets.
Let's just run through the list, because it's a long one. For animals, light at night is a total disaster. It messes with migration, hunting, even their ability to reproduce. For us humans, all that light, especially the bluish kind, wrecks our internal clocks, our circadian rhythms. That means worse sleep and potential long-term health issues. And then there's the money. From a purely practical asset management point of view, every bit of that wasted light, the sky glow, the trespass, is just flushing money and energy down the drain. So you see, it's not just one thing. It's a design issue, a compliance issue, and a money issue, all wrapped up together.
Okay, so that's the problem. It sounds pretty big, right? But here's the good news. We are not starting from square one here. Not even close. There's already a fantastic, super clear framework for how to solve this, put together by the experts at places like Dark Sky International and the Illuminating Engineering Society.
And these 5 principles are, honestly, just common sense when you think about it. They're our roadmap. 1. Light needs a purpose. If you don't know why it's there, maybe it shouldn't be. 2. It has to be directed. Aim the light down at the ground, not up at the sky or into someone's window. 3. Use only as much light as you need. No more overpowering brightness. 4. It should only be on when it's needed. Think smart controls, dimming. And 5. Use warmer colors. That yellowish light is much gentler on the environment and on us. See? It's not about getting rid of light. It's about being smart with it.
Okay, so those are the principles. Fantastic. But how do we actually do it? How does this work in the real world? Well, it all boils down to a solid professional process, a simple 4-step workflow.
Plan, design, install, and verify. You can't skip steps here. It all starts with good planning. You have to know exactly what you're trying to light and why. Then you move into the design phase, and this is where the magic happens. You pick the right hardware, the right optics, and use software to simulate everything to make sure you're not causing glare or trespass. Then comes installation, and you've got to be precise. Aiming matters. But, and this is a big one, you're not done yet. The final step is verification. You have to go out there, measure the light, and make sure the system is actually doing what you designed it to do. Following this whole process is how you turn good intentions into a great result.
All right, let's zoom in on one of those key design choices we mentioned, correlated color temperature, or CCT. Basically, it's the color of the white light. The easiest way to think about it is on a scale. Down at the low end, around 2700 Kelvin, you get that warm, cozy, yellowish light like an old-school light bulb. Up at the high end, 5000 Kelvin and above, you get that really cool, harsh, bluish white light that feels more like daylight. And which one you choose has a huge impact.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because you can match the CCT to the job. For our streets and public spaces, the big push now is to move away from that harsh blue-rich light. And there's a very simple reason why. That blue light scatters way more in the atmosphere, which means more sky glow. And we now know it's also the most disruptive type of light for wildlife and for our own sleep cycles. So, by choosing a warmer temperature, say 3000 K or less, we can still see perfectly well for safety, but with a much, much smaller environmental footprint.
So when you put the old way and the new way side by side, the difference is just night and day, no pun intended. We're moving away from this old idea of brute force lighting, just throw a ton of light at it and hope for the best. Instead, we're moving toward intelligent, targeted lighting. I love this analogy. It's the difference between using a giant, messy floodlight and using a precise, clean surgical tool.
And the really exciting part is the toolkit we have to work with today. It's incredible. Modern LEDs are super efficient and give us amazing control. We've got precision lenses that can shape a beam of light to fit a sidewalk perfectly. We have shields that guarantee zero light goes up into the sky. And of course, we have smart controls. We're talking about systems that can dim the lights across an entire city late at night and bring them back up for the morning commute. It's all about using technology to be smarter, not just brighter.
So, when you pull all this together, what does the future look like? Well, it's not just about being brighter. It's about being smarter. It's about being responsible. It's really about redefining what good lighting even means.
And honestly, this quote just says it all. Good public lighting is not about more light, but the right light in the right place at the right time. That is the new philosophy. We're shifting our goalposts. We're no longer chasing the maximum number of lumens. We're aiming for the best possible outcome, balancing safety for people with respect for the planet.
And that really leaves us with one big question. A question for every single person involved in shaping our cities. What's our goal? Is the best lit city simply the brightest one? Or is it the smartest one? Are we going to judge our work on raw power or on the quality of the result for our communities and our environment? I think the choice we make here is going to define what our nights look like for a long, long time.
By really taking these ideas to heart, by using the amazing tools we have, we absolutely can create public spaces that are safe, that are beautiful, and that are truly sustainable. It's an exciting time to be in this field. Thanks so much for watching this explainer.